Jungle. Audio Jungle.
We talked about the characteristics of a trader and what that the trader must have determination, goodwill, and the likes before he can say he wants to step into the market or into the store to go and analyze his commodity, which is trade. So we've talked about trades, we've talked about market. Then yesterday we talked about introduction to market analysis. We talked about that our own is not rice or beans, but it's candlestick patterns that we deal with. Then I made mention of the different types of candlestick that we have: red, green. Then I said red, it means that what there is weakness in the market, and it will open on top and close at the bottom. I talk about green. I said green, it means that what buyers are in control. There is strength in the market. The price of the market will go higher. Then it will open from the bottom, then close on top. And I told us that since we are talking about candlesticks, I say we have 4 types of candlestick patterns. We have this thing: bullish, we have bearish, we have indecision, we have continuation pattern. And I show us example of each of these pattern. So I said bullish pattern, where what you use to quickly identify it is that there will be what the last candle will be what will be green. For bearish pattern, it will be what? It will be red. Then for indecision pattern, pattern, it will just be like plus. We have different types of indecision pattern, but mostly they don't have body. So you can see we have gravestone doji, and we call them doji most time. Indecision pattern, we call them doji. We have gravestone, we have shooting star, like that. Then I talk about this bullish pattern, all this tweezer top, all this bullish engulfing, and the likes like that. So now today we will still take a step higher. Since we know what our candlesticks is, we know what our commodity is, that okay, it's candlesticks. So now, and I said that you don't take trades based on single candlesticks. You combine everything together with some things before you can take your particular trade. So today we will be talking about market structure. So now, the market structure, how does it look like? Feed now, if I say feed a football pitch, what does it have? It has pole at the 2 ends. Then it has what? It has goal post. It has where they used to play free kick. It has where they used to play corner. There is midfield, like that. So market structure too, our own market structure. We have where we call support, we have where we call resistance, we have what we call trend line, and so forth, like that. Now, today, so we'll be talking about traditional support and resistance first. So, and one thing that I want you to know is that you can use that traditional support and resistance to place your trade. But those ones are for beginners. So you know that okay, when the market reach support, there's tendency for it to bounce to the upside. And when a market reach resistance means that what it can no longer move again. So there's tendency for it to come down. So support is always at the downside, while resistance is at the upside. But we have 2 types of support and resistance. We have all these horizontal support, horizontal resistance, like that. So now today, let me show you what this thing. I say okay, introduction to market structure is this thing. So now at this our market structure, it has what we call the EAT framework. EAT, you want to eat something, EAT. So you have the EAT framework. So now the EAT framework means E means entry trigger, A means area of value, while T means our trend. Our area of value can be our support or our resistance. Trends means that if we say trend, it means that the way it is moving. Is it moving upward or is moving downward? If it is moving upward, we call it upward trends. If it is moving downward, we call it downward trend. And if it's moving on the horizontal, we call it range. We say the market is at the range level. Now, let me now show you what this thing means. Let me share my screen. What I've been saying. Do you get what I've been saying? Someone should answer me.
Yes, sir. We get. Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so what have I said? I said market structure. That's our topic. And I said the market structure that we have what? The EAT framework. E means what? Our entry. A means area of value. T means what? Trends. So now let's take it one by one. Under that trend, I want us to take, if the market is moving upward, we call it uptrend. If it's moving downward, we call it downtrend. If it's moving horizontal, we call it range. Now let's look at it. Now, look at this market now. Look at this market. What is happening? From this place, you will see that the market is what? Is coming down. That's what we call a downtrend. But between this place, from here to here like this, we say the market is in a range. Can you see that it's moving horizontally? So here now, this is an uptrend. This is a downtrend. Can you see? This is a downtrend. The market is coming down. So this place is uptrend. This place like this. From here to here like this. The market is moving up. We call it uptrend. Do you get it like that? So now, I've talked about the trends. So, but we can also classify trends into two. We can say we have slant trends and we have horizontal trends. So horizontal trend is what? Is the range market. Why slant trends? There are two. We have uptrend or what? Or downtrend. I've showed us example of all of them. This is a downtrend. This is a what? This is an horizontal or range market, and this what? This is an uptrend. Now, let's now talk about this thing. Let's talk about trend lines again. Now, I said trends, that's T. E is entry. Later, I will tell you the entry. I've told you the entry before. Okay, let's say you want to enter the market. Entry is that maybe you want to long or you want to what? You want to short. So if it is long, this is your tool. You just click on it. So where is the entry? The entry is this what? Is this black? This black one that we are seeing. This is our entry. So if you enter here, so if the market came here, maybe the market goes up, is to the green side, so you are in profit. But if it comes down, it means you are in what? In negative. But if you set stop loss, if the market comes here, it will stop you when the market gets to this place. Do you get? So that's that about entry. Now let's now base and focus more on this thing. Entry is not difficult. I've talked about entry. This is what we use. Maybe you want to long it or you want to short it. So the entry is this place, this line, this black line that is separating the red from the green is our entry. So then we have trends. I've talked about trends. Then area of value. So our area of value is where we want to consider. I might say I want to consider these two things now. Area of value is that area of value that you are going to put your entry or your take profit. So that's where we call it our point of interest. Look at it now. I might consider this channel like this. You know, when the market gets here, when the market got to when the market sorry. Can we see? So we can see that when the market got to this line, it came down. When it still gets to this place too, it broke it. But let's consider this one. When it gets to this place, it come. But it reached this line, it come down too. It still reached this line, come up. So do you see like that? So those are the area of. So if you now want to enter, maybe the market is here now. Let's say the market is at this place, so automatically you know that what the market is likely to what to come down because it has touched this line. So what you will do, you will now put your distance. So it means it will come down to come and pick this place. So it means this thing, when something is coming down, like you are predicting that it will come down, which of the two will you use? Short position, Abi. So you now place it here. You now place your short position here. So this is your area of value. This is where you want to what? Where you want to short it. You will enter here. Can you see? Can you see that the green, this green, can we see that this green is more, who is this person? This green is more deeper than this place, Abi. So it means you are in profit. So you enter from this place and the market go to this place. It means you are in profit. Do you get it? That's why this place is deeper than this place. So now, if to say you are now, you know that if the market got to this place, it will come down. But you now say you want to long it, that it should break this place. What will happen? Let's see what we will see. We want to long. The red will shall be more distant. It will be more deeper than the green, than the other red. So that's that about that. Now, for this trend now, there's a cheat I used to use if I want to draw my trend line. Before you can see, you have to understand the market structure very well before you can say you want to enter the market. Later, all this market structure, they are like just simple ABC that we will use. There's strategy that you have to be using, but you still need all these small things. You need to know the basic knowledge. That's why they said if the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? You need the foundation. The foundation must be strong. If you want to build skyscraper, our strategy now is like a skyscraper strategy. Now one mighty strategy, but very simple. Now, but you need to build your structure, your this thing very well, your foundation very well. Now, the first thing you will do, there are two types of trend line. Now, I've talked about entry, I've talked about area of value. Now, I'll base majorly on trend. Now, you know, I said we have two types of trend: uptrend, downtrend, and range. Now, there are still types of trend line. There are still two types of trend line apart from this thing. We have two types of trend line. One is according to the direction of the market. So under the direction of the market, we have uptrend, downtrend, and range. Then types of trend line according to time frame. We have two. We have internal trend line and we have external trend line. Now, this external trend line, they are being drawn on a higher time frame. While internal trend line are drawn on a lower time frame. Where do I say the time frames are? This place. Look at it. See my time frame. Now, so that one will make me to quickly talk about time frame. So we have two types of time frame. The higher, so let's just say time frame is according to trend line. We have external and internal. So all type of trend line according to time frame, external or internal. But all this external time frame, you will change this 15 minutes to external time frame. It started from 4 hours down. External trend line. It started from 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Those ones are what? External trend line. While the internal trend line are the ones for what? 1 second, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Are you getting me? So it means this first two row is for what? Internal trend line. Why this last two? Okay, sorry, this last two, starting from 4 hour, they are what? External trend line. Now, this trend line now, who is making noise? You have to get this thing very well, please, because you can actually be using this one. You can be using this strategy itself to be entering the market and be profitable. But it doesn't always work because all those ones are. Who is this one now? Who they disturb like this? Okay, let's continue. Now, I said the external time. I said you can actually be using all this trend line strategy to be what? To be making your profit. But all these ones are for retailers and for young people. They are traditional method. They don't use it again. If you want to be making money from this market, if you want to be profitable, you have to think like a bank. You have to think like all those financial institutions. But we'll get there. It's small, gradually. That's what, before we get to that skyscraper, we have to start from the what? From the foundation. And that's what I'm trying to give you. Now, I said external, all from 4 hour downward, then internal from all these 2 hour to minutes or seconds. But note, we don't use all these seconds. Don't use all these seconds to enter any market. Don't use seconds to enter market. Even right from 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, I don't advise it. So you'll be using 15, 30, 45 to all the rest. Do you get it like that? Now, another thing that if you want to know the market structure, how the market is this in an uptrend or downtrend, don't use all these minutes, all these 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes. No, use your external time frame, your external trend line to determine the direction of the market. Now, look at it now. I'm coming. Let's look at this place. Let's look at this place. Look at this place. You know, this is a 15 minutes time frame. This is a 15 minutes time frame. The market is in which type of trend? Someone should answer me. Hello?
Range.
Thank you. So the market is in the range market now.
Huh?
But it's a 15 minutes. It's in the range market,
Hello?
but it's all right. But it's 15 minutes, but I don't want you to determine the trend of the market with lower time frame. Don't use internal trend line to determine the trend of the market. Use higher ones, like starting from 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. Let's look at this 4 hour now. Can you see that a lot of things happened inside the 4 hour? Where is this thing safe? Look at it. I think this is it. Look at it. If you check it very well, you see that the market is like you want to do as if you want to change to uptrend but still come down. So that's why I don't use lower distance to be checking the direction of the market. Be using the higher or external trend line to determine the trend of the market. Now, if I want to determine the trend of this market now, this is the cheat I used to use. The cheat I used to use is that. Now, what will I even use to draw the trend of the market? Look at it. Trend line. So I will use the trend line to draw the direction of the market. So the cheat that I used to use is that I will now change it from this candlestick. I will change it to line. Look at it. These 3 dots. I will click on it. Then can you see chart type? I will click on this chart type. Then there's bars, there's candles, there's holo candles, there's line. So I will pick line. Can you see the markets now? So with this, I can draw the trend of my market. It will be easier like that. So I will now click on trend line and connect the bottom. I will connect it together. Can we see? Can we see that I connected the bottom. Now, the reason why I'm changing it from candlestick is because candlesticks used to have wick, and some wick used to break the trend line, and it will now be like you will not get it very well. So now, look at it. I will now come and change it back. Chart type. I will change it to my candles back. So I can now adjust it. I can adjust it. Now, can you see? Can you see that if to say I use a candlestick, I will be targeting this long wick, this red wick that broke this line. I'll be targeting it, and it will now not give me my good trend line. So this is how to draw trend line. And what type of trend is this? Is a what? Up trend, because the market is going up. Do you get it like that? Now, another thing that you must also take note is that when drawing your trend line, it must connect at least 3. Some people used to say at least 2, but me, connect at least 3. Connect at least 3 candles together. So now look at this, my trend line now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's connected 5 distance. So I can say,
what you are pointing at.
oh, all these ones, all these. Can you see? All this one. That's how to draw trend line. That's how to draw trend line. You see? But I left this one, this 2 week, I left it. I'm not concerned about that. But this one tell me that what truly the market is what? Is in an up trend. Do you get it? Now, this is, look at this market now. What do I say this market is? Is in a what? Downtrend. You can even check it without even looking at it. But at times you need to draw it, You need to draw it to know the trend of the market. So let's look. Let's check other things. For Forex people, let's check Euro USD. So now if I want to draw this trend line now, I don't even finish all these ones. I can clear everything. So if I want to know the trend of this market now, the trend of this market, this is a downtrend. Why? Change it from this thing, change it to line, 3 dots, chart type, line. Can we see? This place is in a what? Downtrend. This is a downtrend. It must connect at least, what do I call it to? At least 3. So can you see the way I draw my own? I left this one out. Why? It means that one broke it. Like that one come out, that one leave that place. So leave that one. There's some people used to trade fake out or breakout. Like this thing is not part of the trend. Don't try and manipulate it to enter. If you do it like that, you will not get correct results. So you can now go and change it from the chart type to the what? To the candles. So you now, can you see it? How many lines did it touch? 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that everything is on the what? On the line. So this is a downtrend. Do you get it like that? This is a downtrend. So this place, we can say this place, we don't even know the type of range, the type of market it is, but we can still say it is in an uptrend. No, the market is, yeah. Someone should off the mic. I can hear my echo. Thank you. So, who on his mic? Please off.
Oga George.
So this one now, I will firstly change it to what? To using 3 dots. I will change the chart type to the what? To line, and I can now determine the trend of the market. But this one is not looking like uptrend. It's like the market is firstly in a range. The market is firstly in a range. Market is in a range, but no, it's still in an uptrend. Still an uptrend. Look at it. If you draw it from here, pick your something, come here. It's pick 2. So this is an uptrend. It's come up. So here it's trying to come down. So that's that about that. So that's that about that. So now why are we drawing trend lines? Why are we drawing it? Why are we saying, okay, this one is a frame, this one is uptrend or downtrend or this thing? After drawing your trend line, let me use GMT or XMR. This one shows that what this is a confirmed what uptrend. From here, downtrend, uptrend. This is still uptrend. It doesn't matter if it didn't slant up very well. So far you can do your this thing and go up like this. So this is still an uptrend. Do you get? It's just that it's a very strong coin. It doesn't go up or go down anyhow as you like. So one thing that I want you to understand, why are we drawing this trend line? Why are we drawing these trend lines? Is for us to know that if the market is in an uptrend, do not short, except you want to scalp. Let me remove that one. We are beginners. If the market is in an uptrend, this market is where now? This is an uptrend. If the market is in an uptrend, this is an uptrend. If the market is in an uptrend, can you see the way I'm drawing my own trend line? It's connecting the what? It's connecting the candlesticks. It must connect at least 2. But me, I don't like that too. It must connect at least 3 trend lines. So can we see it like this? So I can still change this one. I can follow this. Look at my trend line. Can you see how perfect it is? Can you see? Everything is touching, coming to touch, touching. Can you see? So the reason, if the market is in an uptrend, you follow the trend of the market, because that one give you more profit. Because look at it now. Look at it. The market is coming up, so you should long. The market is coming up. The long is that, look at it now. The price it was here is what? 1.37. If you long it, because the trend is what? Uptrend, you'll be in more profit than when you short it. All these ones is still coming what? It's still coming to what? 145. Can you see? But if you say you should bring it down, like if the market is an uptrend but you are trying to short it, the profit you will make will be very small. Look at it. The profit you will make will be very small. You just short it from this place, from 154.2. You now short it to this place before the market continues to 150.2. It's just like $2 profit. But when you short it when you long it, like from here, 137.5, can you see it? The market is still in an uptrend. It's going up 147.5. So that's like $10 gain. So when the market is in an uptrend, you what? You long. And when the market is in a downtrend, you what? You short. So that's the secret for the trend line strategy. That's just the secret for the trend line strategy. So that's how to draw trend line. Now, let's now go to how to draw our traditional support and resistance. What do we use all these ones for? Your support, you can still use those ones too to trade. But later, I will tell you that those ones are for retail traders. I don't fancy those ones. That's not my own strategy, because the amount, they have small money, so they think with that small money they act with that small money, and their own target of profit is still what? Small money. The risk reward that they want is what? Is small. So now, if you want to use support and resistance, it means when the market gets to the support, what do? You will long it. Then you go and place it in where there is resistance too. You go and place your take profit at resistance. So when the market gets to resistance again, you will do what? You will short it. What will happen? The market will still come down to come and hit your support. So you can be doing it like that, and you'll be doing what? You'll be making profit. You'll be making profit. Now look at it. How to draw our traditional support and resistance. I want you to know that your support and your resistance, there are two. You can say a traditional support line or resistance line, or you can say support zone or resistance zone. But ideally, you should be using zone. You should be using zone. But with my own strategy, I just used to use line because I just need the line to connect it with some things, and I will say, okay, this about that. So to draw support, you draw support, like I said earlier, you draw support small at the downside, then you draw some resistance at the upside. So now, if you want to draw support, make sure that the way you are drawing trend line, make sure it touches like at least 3 or 2 candlesticks. So if I want to draw support or resistance, what I used to use is horizontal line, because support is like a straight line and resistance to what is on a straight line. So I will use straight line. That one is very simple to draw support or your resistance. It's very simple. Now look at it. If I place it here now, it touches 1, 2. Can you see it? So this is a good support. This is a good support. This is a good support because it touches here, touches here. This one too did not touch here before it moved up. It went up higher too. So it's still our support. So look at it. This one is broke it. So let's leave it. We'll come back to that one. All these ones are our support. Can we see it? So that's our support line. But the reason why we used to call it support zone or support area is because at times, not all of them are sitting on the candle. Sitting on the line. Some are sitting, some doesn't get there very well, some they cover it. Can you see? So you can just draw it like this. So you can just draw it like this. Can you see? As it's touching the rectangle, what is happening? It's bouncing back. As it's touching the rectangle, it's doing what? It's bouncing back. As it's touching the rectangle, it's bouncing back. Except for this place. Look at this place. It's now broke it. It's broke the support and come down. But later still went up to come and form the resistance. So once it has broken the support, it's no more a support. So you must look for another support. That's how it is. So that's the reason why I don't use support or resistance to trade is because of the fear of all these ones. Can you see? I will place my stop loss here, but it will come and stop me out. Then the market will now start going to where I want it to go. But if to say I enter the market here, I will be profitable because it doesn't break my support and it went up. Can you see it like that? But if I enter here, I will have chop loss. But if I enter here, it's still profit. Do you get it? So the strategy too works, but I don't like the strategy. So all these ones, these are supports. These are supports. All these places are supports. Can you see? They are touching it, but it's breaking it here. Can we see? So another thing that I want you to know is that once support is broken, it turns to what? Resistance. Or once resistance is broken, it turns to what? To support. Look at it. This place is like our resistance. This place is our resistance. is coming. It touched the resistance and it still come down, touch the resistance, come down. But when it gets to this place, it broke the support, the resistance, and got up. So that resistance now turned to what? To our support. Can we see it? It now turned to support again. It now turned to support. So if resistance is broken, it turns to what? To support. Once support is broken, it turns to resistance. So that's that about that. So now let's see, analyze something. So the assignment I will give us is that go and take like 10 coins or 10 currencies and start drawing your support and your resistance. Then another thing that you must understand is that all these ones that I drew before is horizontal support or resistance. There's still vertical, there's still slant support and resistance. So there's slant. Look at this one now. So it's my trend line that we used to draw it. Look at it. So look at it now. This is my support. This is my support. Because once the market is getting to this place, look, the market is coming heavily from this place, coming. But once you get there, it's bounce back. So you can come and set your entry here that, okay, once the market got here, then it will bounce back. Can you see? So you'll be profitable like that. You will already be in profit. So then when the market starts coming down again, once it gets to this place, what happens? It will still go up. Can you see it? Once it gets here, it went up. Once it gets here, it went up. So that's the strategy. Can you see? Once it's getting there, is coming down, but it will get to a point that what is now break that support. Can you see it? So that's a support. This is example of slant support. We have two types of support. It's either horizontal or what, or slant. So I've shown us example of slant. I've shown us example of horizontal. Don't connect it. It will connect to my iPhone. So now this place is horizontal. This is a slant resistance line. Can you see it? This is a slant resistance. As it's getting there, it's doing what? It's bouncing back. As it's getting to the place, it's bouncing back. So this is slant. So you can just come that, okay, once the market gets here, then the market will come down. So you will already be in profit from here. From this place to this place, you are in profit already. From this place, it's come down, you are in profit. Still come down, you are in profit. Come down, then come down, you are in profit. Do we get it like that? So that's that about the support and resistance. So that's that about support and resistance. So the assignment I will give us is that just go and carry 10 coins or 10 currencies and start drawing your support, start drawing your resistance and the likes. I'll connect my iPhone. So let's take for forex people. Let's take one for example too. So to draw support for this one, Now, another thing that I want you to know is that if you want to draw support or resistance, please go and draw it from the external trend. Use your higher time frame, your 4 hour, your 1 day, your 1 week to draw your support or your resistance. If you now want to find the entry, you can now be using 1 hour, 2 hour, or 15 minutes to find your entry. But if you want to draw your support or your resistance or your trend line, you must use what? You must use higher time frame, your external trend lines or your external support and resistance. And where will you get it? This one is in 15 minutes. You change it to what? To 4 hour, or you change it to 1 day. That one is more straight and more, it will make sense than all these ones. And okay. Look at this place now. Profit. All these ones that I drop, all these ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, they are support. All of them are support. So one thing that I want you to understand about support is that what they must touch what at least 2 or 3 candlesticks. That's what I told you. They must touch at least 2 or 3 or 3 candlesticks. Okay. I want to draw support for this one now. Horizontal line. Can you see? So this is my support. You touch this place. These ones cannot touch it. They are going up. Once you want to touch it, you still go back again. Can you see? All these ones are support and resistance. This is our support. Can you see it? Are you seeing it? So once it's getting to that place, it's going back up. All these support and resistance that we are talking, they are price. So like they are the price of that coin. Look at it. So 9.84, they will go up. Look at this coin that I made profit from today. When it got to its this thing, or more. Hey, what? This thing broke it. Now, what am I trying to say? Let me delete this one. Let me delete all these ones. Look at it. This place that I drew before is because we are using higher time frame. They are like support. So once you get there, they are going back up. Once they get there, they are going back up. So that is this place is our support. You can draw support anyhow. Then when we get to my own strategy that I'm teaching you, we'll be using slant support too. Slant support, slant resistance, all of them. We'll be using it as our support, and I'll tell you what they are used for actually. So now with this, now you can use one strategy. You've learned one strategy, which is the retailer strategy. They used to use support and resistance. Once the price gets to support, they will long it and they will go and put another resistance. So once the price gets to resistance, they will short it. So they will be making their own profits like that. Do you get it? But at times, I will tell you the reason why it doesn't work. Like those ones are the old method, but you can still be using it to make your profits. Look at it. You draw something from here. So horizontal line. Look at it. This is your support. And this is your what? This is your resistance. Can you see something? This is support and this is what? Resistance. This is our test. This is our support. This is our support. And this is our resistance. This is our resistance. So now you can place your order. You can place if you want to be using this method now. What's actually the reason why this one didn't play out is because here you see, can you see that it's already coming down? You can see red candle already. It's already coming down, but it's because of the spike of today's news. That's why it just broke it and went up like that. So this coin pay me. So support resistance. I say you can be using your market structure strategy, your trend line support and resistance strategy. We call it the retailer's strategy to be using to be making your own profit. So, and I've talked about trend lines. I've talked about area of value. What are the area of value? When we say area of value means that where we are concerned about, what we actually want. Those are the area of value, what is of importance to us, area of value, and our what? Entry. I said the eat strategy. If you eat something, chopping, eat strategy. The what we need for those eat strategy or eat concepts is what? Our support and resistance, then our trend line. So for our area of value is now what? Our support and resistance. Our trend line, you can see this one is in the what? In a range market. So this is in an horizontal trend. So then entry will now be, you now carry your what? Your long position from this place, from your support, you put it at the area of support. Then you now long it to what? You long it to resistance. You put your take profit in resistance. You put your stop loss below the what? Below the support. Or you can put it on that support. Since you can put your stop loss on that support, because the support will not get to that place before you come out your money. Do you get? Like, you don't even need you don't need stop loss here, but it's advisable you just put your stop loss just small beneath the what? Beneath the support line. Please put your stop loss beneath the support line. So you enter at the support. Once you touch the support, you enter. Then you adjust your stop loss to be beneath it. Then you long it and put your take profit at the what? At the resistance. And you see, once you get to the resistance, then you now still do what again? You still short it. Short position. You still short it. So once you get it, can you see, once the market enters the resistance line again, you still what? You still short it to support. So you'll be making your money like that. You'll be making your money. Once you get to support, it's you long it. Once you get to resistance, you short it. Are you getting it like that? So summary of what I said about the market structure. I talked about market structure. I said the market structure comprises of the what? Of the EAT strategy, the area of value, the entry, and what? And the trend line. And I said we have two types of trend line according to time frame. We have external trend line and internal trend line. And we have three types of trend line according to movement or the direction: uptrend, downtrend, or the range market. Now, for entry, I've told you that entry is just what? It's just your support, your long or your short tools that you are going to use, and your entry is what? Is that black line that separates the red from the what? From the blue. The black line that separates the red from the blue is your what? Is your entry. This thing that you are seeing, arrow, this black. So that's your entry. So that's that about that. And I said the external is what? Is for higher time frame. Internal is for what? Lower time frame. I've mentioned the time frames under the external. I've mentioned the time frames under the internal. And I said if you want to draw your support and resistance, area of value. Which are the area of value? I say you should use your what? Your external, which is your what? Higher time frames. Who owns his mic? Please put it off, please. Thank you. So that's that about that. Any question? Now, well, I've talked about this one is in a range market. You can be making in a range market. You can be making your profit. We can look for downtrend too. For downtrend, we can draw our support and our resistance too from there. Can you see? This is an uptrend. What will I use to know if it's an uptrend? Change from these three dots. Change the chart type to what? To line. So when I change it to line, I can now come and pick my trend line and connect the lowers and connect it. So this one. You can see I left this one. This one broke the normal strategy where they go. So this one too, trend line. All these ones, they call it the channel strategy. The channel. But the problem is that it doesn't always work. Can you see all of them are just breaking it? They are just breaking it to the upside and the likes. So it's not that really trustworthy, but as a beginner you can be using it small but later all these ones used to work before. That's when all these people is just know about it, or our forefathers. That's what they used to use. If you get to support, they will long it. If you get to resistance, they will short it. They are making their money. But we now have whales now. We now have financial institutions. We have banks. We have people that have this money. So they will just enter the market anytime. They don't want to know maybe we are on support or resistance. They will carry the price up. They will still be the one to go and sell everything when everybody has entered. They will still bring the price down. So that is good to have money. It's good to have money. I don't blame them. They have their money, and everybody, their major aim is to make profit. Why are you also in class today? Because you want to be a profitable trader. So I will now change the line to what? I will change the chart type to what? To candles. So this one now, this one, I can enter here. I can enter in this place. When I enter in this place, because these two that I'm seeing, these two candles that I'm seeing, what do I call them? These two candles that I'm seeing, what do they call them? Candlestick pattern. What do they call them? Because it's the green that is what? That is at the back. We call it what? Bullish engulfing. So the price will what? Will go up. So at this place, you will enter. Then you will now long it. You can put your long. You now long it. You put it. Because you've seen the bullish engulfing, you quickly enter the market. Then you long it. Can you see? Then you must be watching for your resistance line, so that you can just what? Take your profit in this place. Can you see? So you are in profit like that. So that's that about that. So you can be using this strategy, but it doesn't always work. Can you see that he's respecting it before? He's respecting, but what happened? He's broke it to the upside. He's now start to respect it again, but later he still what? Break it to the downside. So that's. But if you are in a range market, that one is very good. If you are in a range market, look at it like this. You can be using it. You enter at support, come there, you come down, come there. This one will have come down. This one will have come down to today, but it's because of the news. That look at BTC. The way what happened to BTC, that's what happened to this one too. Can you see BTC? It just broke it. Bam. Look at this BTC too is respecting something. It's respecting. Let me delete. Or you can use this strategy too on this BTC. This our traditional support and resistance strategy. I know that this is a what? This is a downtrend. What will I use to know? I will change it to the what? The chart type to what? To line. So I will now carry my trend line. Then I will now draw my support. I will draw my support. So see my support. I will draw my support, then draw my resistance too. Resistance is drawn at the higher. Is the one that once the price get there, what will happen? The price will come down. So I will draw my resistance too. So can you see that BTC was respecting this thing before? Let me change it from this thing to chart type to candles. So can you see BTC was respecting it before? Once it gets here, once it gets to this place, it bounces back to the upside. Once it gets to that place, it come down. Once it gets there, it come down. Can you see? But when the news came, it broke it. So after I've drawn my support and resistance, this is a support. Down, you draw support down. Then this is a resistance. This is a resistance. Abi? So once the price are getting there, they are bouncing back. Now, after I draw it using my what? My higher time frame, my external distance. So I can now change it to 15 minutes. Maybe I just want to be scalping within 15 minutes. Now, okay, once the price gets here, I will quickly sell. And once it gets here, I will quickly buy. Can we see? You see that it's respecting it. It's just respecting it. Once it's getting there, it's coming down. You long, you short, you long, you short, you long, you short. So that's that about that. So we have 5 more minutes. Any question? Let's all talk now. Any question?
Hello, boss.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. That horizontal resistance, can we call
Yeah.
it psychological
Psychological
level?
level.
Yeah.
Explain better.
Well, I just heard somewhere that we can actually call it psychological level, and maybe we
Huh?
can round it up to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I watched some tutorials on YouTube whereby they are calling those lines psychological level, that it's actually how price works, and then that we can
Yeah.
actually like set the level to maybe round figures or something like that.
Oh, I get you. I get what you are trying to say. That okay, maybe this support and resistance that I draw now, maybe it's at 21.5 something. So I can round it up to like 22, Abby. But the reason why I will still go with what you said, that maybe psychological level. I call them all those areas. I call them what? My area of value, like where I need to know, where I need to note, where I need to take note of that. Okay, once the price gets here, it's going to what? To bounce up. So it's like it's your mindset, it's still your psychology that you are using. That okay, you can call it psychology level, because once you are using your psychology that once the price gets to this place, it must bounce up. Once you get to the resistance, it will bounce down. So that's it. You can still call it like that. So any more questions?
Another question.
All right, I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, so wherever we have a vertical, sorry, an horizontal trend line, we can't
Yes.
use a slant trend line, and wherever we have slant trend line, we can't use an horizontal trend line, right? You understand my question?
You can only use slant trend line if it is in a what? Uptrend, or in a what? In a downtrend. While you can only use horizontal if the price is in the what? In a range. But once I'm coming, let me show you. It doesn't mean that what? Your support, if the market is in an uptrend, that your support will now be slant. No. Look at this thing now. Let me clear all this. Let me remove all the drawings. Look at it. I can draw that one. I just use a strategy for you. That's a strategy. Some people will draw support at the resistance level. This place is like a resistance now. As it's coming to this place, it's bouncing back. Drawing. Some people can use all these channel concepts. They will draw a channel, your resistance, and they will carry it again. They will draw support. So they are considering only the what? The downtrend. Once the price get there, they will sell. So once the price gets back to support, they will buy. So they will be making their own profit like that. But for another person, you can do it like this again. Your support and resistance. You just come horizontal line. You use your horizontal line to draw your support or your resistance. Can you see? Once the price is getting here, it's bouncing up. Can we see it? Once the price is getting here, it's bouncing up. Are we seeing it like that? Do we get it? Do we understand it?
You understand, sir?
Yeah. So all this is my resistance line. This is my support line. Once the price is getting there, it's going up. It doesn't matter. So that's why the reason why they used to call it support zone or resistance zone is that at times it will not stay on the this thing per se, on that line. Look at it. But it's still in this area. Once the price is getting to that area, it's bouncing back. It's bouncing back.
I have another question.
Okay.
What if we have a downtrend, like the market is going down? That's a downtrend, right? Then I'm using a slant trend line. Okay.
Yeah.
But as the market is moving, you sabi say the trend line, like the slant trend line, will go like we exceed the market candles, the current market candles. So what if the next trend, this thing will be the range type that will be using the horizontal trend line? So how are we going to like manage our
Yeah,
chart?
that's why I say all those strategy that they are all these old school strategy. Because they are all these old school strategy, but you can still use it. But that's not what I'm using actually. But if you want to try, maybe you know how to draw your support and resistance, you can just draw it. So you look for it. Once the price gets here, does it go up? It went up. So once the price gets here, does it go up? It went up, like that. So do I answer your question?
Yeah. So what
I
you
have
are
a
trying to
question.
say now is that this style like this, it is not
Yeah.
okay. It is like old strategy. The real thing is
Yeah.
about to come later.
Yeah. It's an old
All right.
strategy, but people are still using it.
All right.
Some people are still using it, and they are making their money. But the problem is that they won't go far. It's just like scalping. They are just scalping it. They will draw their support, draw their resistance. Once the price gets to resistance, they will take profits. Once the price is going, they will still set it again. Once it's coming down, once it gets to support, they will take profits. So that's it. We call it the real estate concept.
Hello, I
Okay.
have a question.
Okay.
So after setting your support and resistance,
Yes.
and the market is ranging, then once you hit your resistance, the market is likely to come down.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if when the market hit the resistance, then thereby it forms a bullish engulfing bar?
This thing,
Does that
it
mean
will
the
break
market
it.
will still go up?
Yeah, it will go up now. It will break because
Okay, to
all
break
this
it will break the resistance to turn to support.
it will break. Yeah, exactly. It will break the resistance and turn
Okay.
into support.
Okay, thank you.
So all this candlestick pattern that I show you, you can't just see it anywhere and say, okay, this is what you have to use it at the area of value, which is what at the resistance or what at the support line or zone. Do you get? So if you see bullish engulfing on the resistance, it will break it. So don't take profit yet to break it.
I have a question.
Okay.
Uh, my question goes like this. I think before placing a trade, we also need a confirmation before
Uh,
placing any trade at all. Like we need to wait
George,
for a
mute your
bullish
mic, oh.
candle, a bullish engulfing to finish forming
before
before
you
we go to a trade.
Yeah, sure. The candlestick will have formed, finished now before you can now decide that okay, this is a bullish engulfing or this is a hammer or this thing. Is when it's formed, you now say okay, you can now recognize it. If it has not finished forming, see everything, all the candlestick candlesticks you are seeing, they are printed on a time frame. They are following time to print. I'm coming. Why am I not seeing time? Look at it. Look at this place. Look at this place. What are you seeing? 1309. It means, and it's still forming the candle. We are using 15 minutes time frame. It means it just started forming the candle. So you don't even know what it will form. You don't know what it will form. But if you see this thing now, this is a bearish engulfing. If it's at the support or resistance level, this is a bearish engulfing pattern. This is a bearish engulfing. So the price will go down. Let's be looking at it. The price will go down. Small. Like this candle that is forming, the price will go down. So any question? Who still have question?
Another question.
I have question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Like,
Yeah,
concerning
JB.
the time.
Wait, let's JB talk first. JB. Francis.
Okay. Like entering a trade now, that time you can actually enter a trade or something like that. Because I noticed I'm on a good trade since maybe an hour ago now, and the thing is not moving anymore. So
It means is there what?
Is there a time we should enter a trade, and is there a time we should not enter a trade?
Thank you. I like that question. Look at today now. Most traders did not trade anything today. Why? Because they are waiting for the news. Tomorrow, most traders might likely not trade because a news is still coming up tomorrow. So everybody will be on one side that okay, they will just stay off the market because news is higher than all these our technical analysis. News is like the present, but all these our charts, they are past. We are just using our past. What's the reaction of the price in the past to determine the present? So when you are now seeing present, it means it has power than past and present. So they will not enter any trade. Look at now, I entered BTC trade, but I received love letter. Look at the love letter. I'm coming. Now, where's my love letter now? I'm coming. I received love letter now. So what I'm just trying to say is that there are some times, particular time. The reason why there is nothing on gold, why your gold trade is not moving, is because there is no volume. There is no volatility. People are staying off the market because they don't want to lose money. At times, not trading is still part of trading. Do you get it? So if you are on a trade and the trade is so slow, fucking slow, just know that, okay, people are not actually buying or selling. So that's how it is. Do you get? So the reason why your gold trade is not moving is because there is no volatility. There is no volume to push the trade up or to push the trade down. Do you get it?
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, Bright.
I have a question. I have a
Bright.
question.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, concerning the time frame, like what's the perfect time to place to draw your technical analysis with, like to observe the market?
The perfect time is around 12 because the market will open by 1. That's 1. There's still another 1 a.m.
Okay.
That's 1. Oh. There's still another thing. Another thing is that we have 3 sessions. We have Asian session, we have London session, and we have New York session. So 1 is 3 p.m. 1 is, I've forgotten. Now we actually see the way who is on. I mean, who sabi the session, the time for the session? Forex people. Anybody? So the
I have
time.
question.
I think okay.
Me, ba,
Yeah.
the time I used to enter my trade, the time I used to do my analysis is in the midnight. So I will do my analysis, do it, then place my trade, then go and sleep. But it's not that I don't used to enter trade in the afternoon too. I used to enter in the afternoon. See, you can enter trade anytime. So as long as you are seeing your signal, okay, this is my signal, then you enter trade. Then you can see analyze down. Like now, after the class
Alpha
now,
OG.
if not that I'm not that
I have
alright
I have
today.
question.
Alpha
Okay, I
OG.
can hear you. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, concerning
yeah.
the
My question is,
sessions.
Yeah, I'm coming, Alaya.
Are you
Let's add
hearing
that.
me?
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, actually we have Sydney. Sydney, that's Australian session. That is
Uh-huh.
9 in the night.
Sorry, please.
Sydney, that is
Let's
Australian
hello.
session, Sydney session.
Let him say it
Can you
again.
hear me?
Sessions in the market. Yeah, I can hear
I
you.
said
You can
Sydney
jot something down.
session.
Huh?
Okay. The 4 trading sessions, right?
They will learn
Yeah,
their book.
before trading
Yeah,
sessions. Yeah.
Sydney session is from 9 o'clock in the night. That's 9 p.m.
Okay. Number 1 is Sydney session, but
Yeah, yes.
okay.
Please, you
Then
guys
Tokyo
should mute your
session is
mic
12
to
a.m.
the rest guys.
Hello, who is talking? You have to jot. You're supposed to be jotting things down. Please jot it down because those sessions that they are talking about, the volatility will be high because people will actually
Yes.
enter the market at that particular time.
Yeah.
Do you get? So
Yeah.
we have Sydney session 9 p.m. to what?
Yeah.
Or it opens 9 p.m.
9 to 6 a.m. Yeah.
to 6 a.m.
I think my network is. Are you hearing me clearly? I don't know if
Yeah,
my
we can hear
network is
you.
actually
We can hear you.
okay. Then we have Tokyo session.
Yeah, Tokyo session.
Tokyo session is 12 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Okay.
The London session is 7 a.m.
London session
7
7
a.m.
a.m. to
to
what?
4 p.m.
Okay,
Hello?
7 a.m.
I
Yeah, I can
think,
hear you. 4 to 4 p.m.
okay, you can hear me. Okay,
Then
my
yes.
Bluetooth just disconnected. Then New
Oh,
York
sorry.
session is 1 p.m. to 10 p.m.
1 p.m. to 10 p.m.
My Bluetooth is disconnecting. That is the issue.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
1 p.m. to
Please
what?
just give me a few seconds. Let me connect it.
So the time zone I
Please,
just
can you
called
come
is
again?
not this not actually
Timing I can't really hear very well.
Okay. Yeah.
okay.
Can I ask
Wait,
my
let me
question
just
now?
work on my network. You know what happened? Let me work on my network so that I will repeat what I just said.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
fix it up, bro.
So, Alaya.
Yeah, my network is
Yeah.
disconnected from my Bluetooth.
Oh,
Yeah. Go and do that, bro. Go and. You're disturbing us.
I
Okay.
have Bluetooth issues.
Can I ask my question now?
yeah.
Okay. Like my own question is about all these kind of candlestick patterns.
Okay.
So like we have different time frames.
Yes.
So and sometimes if you are looking at all those kind of candle patterns, so like it's different. All those candle they be different according to like the different time frames. So how are you going to know the best time to look or to use like the best time to use to determine all this which one can we can actually use to determine the like which when the candle are forming.
Yeah. I've
So
actually
which time
talked
frame?
about that. I've talked about it that okay, your area of value or your area of value, your point of interest should be like your area of value where you must take note of is your higher time frame. So you use higher time frame. Your lower time frame is just to enter. It's just for entry. Do you get it? So if you now want to enter now, as you said, using your candlestick, so you use it the one at the lower time frame. But you must use the higher time frame to check is it in an uptrend or a downtrend before you can say you want to use it. Oh yeah. Who want
Okay,
to talk?
so that means like the time frame, it has nothing to do with the determining of
Candlestick
the
pattern.
candle. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, it doesn't have. It doesn't have. It doesn't have.
So we are more concerned about the resistance level and the support level.
And the
That's right.
support. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, bright.
So,
Um,
okay, I
like when we want to draw the technical analysis, like so we use the higher time frame to draw. Then when
Yes.
we want to create the order, we use the lower time
Lower
frame.
time frame. Yes, to look for where to enter. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So who want to speak
Sorry,
again?
can you ask the question again?
This
I'm really sorry.
what?
What was this question? Sorry, and the reply to it.
He said if we want to do our support and resistance. So I now answer is on the higher time frame. But if you want to look for your entry, you look it at the lower time frame. So that's it. So
All right.
Ada,
will ask question.
okay, Mubarak.
Okay. You know what will happen? I'll just drop a link for you guys to check. You can just check it. I'll drop a link in the group.
Telegram. Okay,
So yes, you just check. You easily get the time frames properly arranged there.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Thank you very
properly
much.
arranged. That is for forex traders. Yeah.
Yeah, it applies to crypto too. There is volatility at those particular times because everybody is waking up. The people that are doing crypto will now say, okay, let me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Actually, and since all our trade is mainly based mainly paired with USD.
yeah,
It's actually
exactly.
Hear
affects
you.
volatility. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Mubarak,
Sir?
what's your question?
No, let me just continue listening.
Okay. Daddy.
I have a question.
Okay, Chukube.
Okay, so after making your this what's it called? Because after looking at the trends, right?
Yes.
Then
Yes.
you want to place your entry and your profit as well as your profit.
Yes.
How do you indicate your take profit?
It's here now. It's still the tool you use. If to say the market is in an uptrend, with what I told you, that if it is in an uptrend, you follow the trend, you long. So you long it maybe from your support, you long it to your resistance. So this is your take profit. This blue, this line on the blue, this I think I explained it yesterday. This place, this line must correlate with your take profit. This line
Yes,
must
I know.
correlate with your
What I'm saying is
entry.
where exactly like say this 22800.
Eh?
How can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let's say you want to use your this long position to indicate your take profit, probably at
Yes.
that 22701. Right?
Yes.
How that the 22071 actually the take?
How do I know it's actually my take profit?
That's when going through the chart.
It depends on you. You can decide to take profits here. You can look at this chart now. You can decide to take profits here. But you can still decide to take profits here. You can decide to take profits here. It depends on you. Then this is what we are saying the other time. The candle has finished forming. What happened to the price? Can you see that it went lower? So that's it. So I think let's call it a day. We spent 15 minutes extra. Please.
Okay. I have a question. I have a
Okay,
question. I have a
I can
okay.
hear you.
Yeah, I want to ask that is
Please
there a
help us mute your mic.
Is there what?
okay. I want to ask that is there a particular way to know the best place to put stop loss? Because sometimes when I set up a trade, like candle wicks do
we'll
get me
go
out
and
of the
remove
trade.
it. Yeah,
I
we'll get there.
exactly
Yeah,
exactly
we'll get there. We'll get there. But with
okay.
this strategy that I taught you now, though I don't use this strategy,
Yeah,
this is a
yeah.
very old strategy. But what I just want you to know today, the assignment I'm giving you is that go and take 10 coins or 10 currencies and draw their support, draw their resistance, draw their support, draw their resistance, draw their trend line. Eh?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
happening to BTC? Waiting be this. Waiting be this. See as this thing they come down. So do you get it like that?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
So okay. Any more question? Okay, let's call it a day. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right,
See
boss.
you.
Thanks very much. We appreciate.
Yeah, you're welcome. See you tomorrow.
Thanks very much. All right now. Have a good night.